This is WLKZ. For the first time in a long time, the beam is steady. It took us nearly 2 weeks to drag what was left of Rustin's caravan down the ruins of the 55. We lost canvas, a few good Brahmin, and the luxury of sleeping. I caught a nasty piece of rusted rebar to the calf outside of Springfield. But don't worry, drifters. 'Tis but a flesh wound. I wrapped it in clean gauze and just kept limping. Because we made it. We finally hit the eastern banks of the Mississippi River. But if you're trekking south looking for the crossing, the rumors I heard up north were true. The St. Louis Arch is locked tight. The blast doors under the monument are sealed, and the riverbank on this side is overflowing with a makeshift city. 1,000 stranded souls sleeping in the mud, waiting for a miracle. But I'm not in the mud tonight. I'm sitting in a padded leather chair, broadcasting from the glass-enclosed captain's bridge of a beached, pre-war riverboat called the Sinking Lady. The locals retrofitted the old stern paddle wheel into a hydroelectric turbine. The river spins the wood spins the copper, and the whole rusted casino lights up the shoreline like a neon marquee. It's run by a crew calling themselves the Archangels. They've turned the gambling floor right below my boots into the biggest triage clinic and soup kitchen I've ever seen. They're running the whole operation under a glowing sign that still says JACKPOT, wearing old velvet casino usher jackets with red crosses painted on the sleeves. It's warm in here. It smells like iodine, clean linen, and old felt. After the chain rattle nights we just walked through, it feels like a dream. Truth is, I don't even know what to do with quiet. Let's ease into the night. Here's a track for anyone who finally gets to take their boots off.
When the night gets cold along the shore and your shoes are tired from wanting more, there's a little light where the dark winds slow. Honey, follow the lantern glow, past the broken pier and the weathered rail, through a silver fog and a threadbare sail. There's a smiling door where the soft songs flow. Follow the lantern glow. Follow the lantern glow, where the cards lie neat and the bright drinks pour. You can set your troubles by the old front door and dream like you did long ago. Follow the lantern glow. If a river sighs with a low strange tune and the stars look pale by the crooked moon, pay no mind, dear heart, to the undertow. Honey, follow the lantern glow. Follow the lantern glow, where the band plays sweet and the lamps burn low. There's a friendly hand in the afterglow and a place for the lost to go. Follow the lantern glow. Maybe morning comes, maybe morning waits, maybe luck sits down by the garden gates. Till then, rest your head where the warm lights show. Honey, follow the lantern glow. Follow the lantern glow. Leave your cares outside where the cold winds blow. There's a little peace that the drifters know. Follow the lantern glow.
Before I get too comfortable in this chair, I did what I always do when the wind finally stops screaming. I swept the dial. I tried to catch the northern frequencies, the stuff coming out of Chicago. Anything. A weather ping, a trader band, a panicked voice. Even static would have been a comfort. There's nothing. No warble, no hiss, no distant carrier wave. Just dead air. Then I swept back down to the local bands, and I found what everyone down there is listening to. It's an automated broadcast. A sweet recorded voice on a clean loop, like a pre-war hostess behind a velvet rope. Safe haven, hot food, clean beds, medicine, step inside. Over and over, soft as a lullaby. So I've been sitting in the dark up here, drifters, watching the floor through the captain's glass. It's a beautiful operation. Runs like pre-war clockwork. A family stumbles in from the camp, half frozen and coughing up something dark. An Archangel in a velvet jacket meets them at the door, checks their vitals, and hands them a cup of hot broth. And a pristine stim pack. That's what caught my eye first. Pristine. No faded labels. No rust on the needles. The kind of top shelf, medical-grade hardware you only find in a sealed vault or a Brotherhood quartermaster's tent. And the Archangels have crates of it. They're handing it out like casino chips. But out here, generosity always has a math problem attached to it. Nothing is free. So I started watching the flow of the room. Triage is supposed to be a revolving door. You get patched up, you rest, and you go back out into the mud to make room for the next bleeding soul. But I've been watching the doors for a while now. The healthy ones aren't going back outside. I just watched a caravan guard get a plasma burn treated. Looked like he was ready to walk, but the medic didn't point him to the exit. She gave him a heavy, red clay poker chip, smiled like she'd done it 1,000 times, and pointed him toward the reinforced brass doors at the back of the hall. The ones marked Lower Promenade. Except that deck's been in the mud longer than most folks out here have been alive. Those doors only go down, into the cargo holds, into the dark. And I haven't seen a single person who walked through them come back up. I'm going to take a walk downstairs, but I'm not doing it on a single song. I'm going to cue up a long block of music, 3 tracks back to back, a sweep. If the needle hits the paper, and I'm not back in this chair to flip the tape, well, don't come looking. Stay off the bright signs.
I found a bright sign humming soft and sweet, a velvet hush and a 2-clean beat, a cup that steamed like it knew my name, and a grin that didn't fit the game. There was a tidy hand with a practiced touch, a white wrap bundle giving out too much, a lucky charm pressed warm in my palm, and a hallway smiling way too calm. Now I've seen rough help and I've seen mean, but I don't trust clean when it's this clean. Every kind word lands a little too flat, and the room breathes slow like a well-fed trap. No, the clues don't line up, baby, not tonight. Too much comfort where it ought to feel tight. Too many answers dressed a little too neat, and a hush step drifting down past the beat. Yeah, the clues don't line up. No, they don't line up right. I heard a soft voice selling safe on loop, like a hymn in a box for a tired troop. Same little promise, same little smile, same warm light held for just a while. And the river keeps time with a wooden knee, while the floor below keeps watch on me. If this is mercy, you learn to act, 'cause I can't find the cost on the surface fact. No, the clues don't line up, baby, not tonight. Too much comfort where it ought to feel tight. Too many answers dressed a little too neat, and a hush step drifting down past the beat. Yeah, the clues don't line up. No, they don't line up right. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just spent. Maybe I'm seeing teeth in a silk-tied tent. But when the good feels staged and the air turns still, you learn to read what the quiet will. No, the clues don't line up, baby, not tonight. Too much comfort where it ought to feel tight. Too many answers dressed a little too neat, and a hush step drifting down past the beat. Yeah, the clues don't line up. No, they don't line up right. No, they don't line up right. Stepped right in, they said. It's warm as home. Soft little light and a velvet tone. Friendly hands and a clean white smile makes you forget where you've been a while. But I've seen a room that looked like grace, with a hungry quiet hid in its face. So mind the step, honey, mind the step. Some stairways keep what they never kept. If the air goes still and the music's low, that's when you turn around, that's when you go. Yeah, mind the step, mind the step below. Pretty sure beds and polished floor, kind words stacked up by the back room door. A little good luck pressed in your hand, like you just won more than you planned. And it all feels fine till it don't feel right, like a candle burning without a light. So mind the step, honey, mind the step. Some stairways keep what they've never kept. when you turn around, that's when you go, yeah, mind the step, mind the step below. Maybe I'm jumpy, maybe I'm tired. Maybe my nerves are still half-wired, but when the welcome's sweet and the locks don't show, that's when you know. That's when you know. So mind the step, honey, mind the step. Some stairways keep what they never kept. If the air goes still and the music's low, that's when you turn around, that's when you go, yeah, mind the step, mind the step below.
I took the stairs down, Drifters. Past the clinic floor, past the neon, down to where the paint blisters in the hull scrapes the mud. It doesn't smell like iodine down there. It smells like river water, ozone, and fear. Those brass doors to the lower promenade weren't locked. They didn't need to be. The lock was the smile upstairs. The folks holding those heavy red poker chips, they thought it was a ticket. A clean bed, a warm corner where the wind couldn't find them. It wasn't a ticket. It was a price tag. The old casino counting room is flooded. They've got it rigged with winches and floodlights, shining down through a steel grating. And when I looked through, I didn't see beds. I saw an armored, submersible river barge, sunk into the mud beneath the boat. Black metal, riveted seams, a hatch rimmed with frost. I could hear a pump running somewhere inside it, steady as a heartbeat. The men loading it weren't wearing velvet usher jackets. They were wearing hermetically sealed, pre-war hazard suits, crates of pristine stimpaks, clean water, medical-grade supplies, still sealed, still shining, handed over like they were nothing. And in exchange, the Archangels were handing over the healthy ones. Not the coughing, not the fevered, not the half-dead. The ones who could still stand up straight. Out here, generosity always has a math problem. The locked arch doesn't want the dying. They want the ones who can work. So the Archangels do the sorting for them. They patch you up, wipe your face clean, feed you something hot, and press a red chip into your hand like you just won a game. You aren't a patient to them. You're stock. I didn't pull my iron. I didn't shout. I didn't try to be anybody's hero. I just backed into the shadows and limped back up those stairs. Because if I made a sound down there, I'd be riding that barge too. The house wins. It always does. I'm packing my rig. I need to get out of this chair before someone in a velvet jacket decides my calf is healed enough to cash in. Here's a track. And if you're listening out there in the mud, waiting on a miracle, stay sick. It might be the only thing keeping you alive. I'm looking across the water one last time, drifters. Through the sleet. If you squint, you can just barely see it on the far bank. The St. Louis Arch. 2 massive legs of pre-war steel holding up a black sky. When folks heard those blast doors slam shut, we called it a lockdown, a siege, a plague. Bad luck with a big door. But it's not a lockdown. It's intake. I'm going back down into the mud. I'm going to find Rustin and whoever's left breathing, and I'm going to tell them to keep coughing, to keep leaning on their crutches, to look tired, to look unpicked. We're going to walk past that glowing marquee, and we aren't going to look back. Because out here, sometimes the cold is the only honest thing left. I'm Silas. WLKZ is pulling the wire. Keep your dials tuned, drifters. And stay in the dark. Stay off the bright signs. Good night, St. Louis.
Well, I got my coat and I got my hat. Ain't gonna linger where the air stays flat. If the room gets sweet and the lights burn bright, I take my chances with the backstreet night. I don't need talking, I don't need proof. I don't need luck from a painted booth. If my shoe taps once, that's all I say. I'm gone, 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 I'm on my way. Run, 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 run around the block. Don't stand still, don't punch that clock. If you hear my shoes, that's my only talk. Run, run, run around the block. Run, run, mother, that mud beat up. Run, mother, that mud beat up. Run, mother, that mud beat up. Some folks smile like they know your name. Some folks deal cause in a crooked game. But a smile's just paint on a barber pole. I keep my hands busy in my pocket hole. Hear the floorboard creaking, hear the latch go click. That's my kind of sermon, short and quick. If your gut says go, don't stop to gawk. You run, run, run around the block. Run, 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 run around the block. Don't stand still, don't punch that clock. If you hear my shoes, that's my only talk. Run, run, run around the block. Ain't no medal for a righteous stand when the deal's already in the dealer's hand. So I tip my hat and I take my leave. Keep what you got and don't you grieve, cause the night's got ears and the walls got eyes, and the prettiest porch can hide its flies. When the air turns still and the jukebox stops, you run, run, run around the block. Run, 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 run around the block. Don't stand still, don't punch that clock. If you hear my shoes, that's my only talk. Run, run, run around the block. Come on, move! There's a light in the window, soft and low, and a radio playing a slow, slow glow. Pretty little welcome, pretty little tune, but the room feels colder than it ought to. I don't know why, I just know when a smile looks right and it don't feel friends. So I walk on by. a chair set neat. There's a voice saying, darling, rest your feet. But I learned one thing, with the years gone thin, not everyone wants to let you in.
And I can't explain what my blood bone knows, but the quiet talks when the music slows.
So I walk on by, baby, I walk on by. Keep my eyes down, keep my reasons dry. If the night feels sweet in a way that's wrong, I walk on by to a safer song.
Hear that harmony hang in the air like a hand on a latch that's already there. If it's love, it won't mind if you take your time.
If it's teeth, it'll rush you to the line. So I walk on by, baby, I walk on by. Keep my head straight, let the bright thing light. If the night feels sweet in a way that's wrong, I walk on by to a safer song. Walk on